Another sellout crowd at American Family Field. And the Brewers look to take a stranglehold on this series. It's the National League Division Series on TBS, presented by Booking.com. Game 2 of this best of 5. The Milwaukee Brewers lead the Chicago Cubs 1-0. And it's great to be with you once again. Alex Faust, Ron Darling, Lauren Jabara here with you. We saw in Game 1 a full display of the Milwaukee Brewers experience. Why they were the best team during the regular season. They jumped on the Cubs early.
They had the best record in baseball with 97 wins. They were third in runs scored. How do you do that when you're 22nd in homers? Well, you don't chase bad pitches, you make contact, and when you make contact, you produce hits. What resulted in 6 runs in the first inning, 3 in the second, and how did they do it? They did it with 0 home runs to score those 9 runs. 9 singles, 4 doubles, 3 doubles a row in that first inning. StatCast 3D is powered by Google Cloud.
We are expecting a bullpen game from the Brewers here tonight. Aaron Ashby will start. He can give them length, Ron. The only question is how much.
Well, you know, his longest outings all season long were 3 1/3 and 3 2/3 against the Cubs this past summer. Pat Murphy, the manager, would love to see that again.
Now for the Cubs coming into this game, pitching and defense, the calling cards for this team, especially over the second half of the season, they let the Cubs down. There's a little bit of second guessing going on in Chicago with the pitching situation. So how will they approach this game too?
Well, I think how they're going to approach it is that they're going to throw out their left-hander who's been so good this entire season. Boyd didn't have it, Soroka didn't have it yesterday, but despite 3 home runs by Council's 9, Imanaga's going to go out there today, and he'll provide, I think, a little lift after yesterday. I think the day off is the most important thing. They just needed to regroup after that really tough win in the wild card against San Diego.
You mentioned that Shota Imanaga will get the start for the Cubs. He's starting on regular rest. They really need a good one from the 32-year-old lefty.
He was so great last year, and his first 12 starts this year, his ERA was 2.40. They're looking for that kind of effort tonight.
Can the Cubs get off the mat, or will the Brewers, after a rout in Game 1, run away with this series? First pitch of Game 2 from Milwaukee is next on TBS. The postseason is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. And by T-Mobile, now the best network in America. The roof is closed here at American Family Field. The threat of rain in the area. It has not dampened the mood one bit. The big worry, though, for the Brewers out of Game 1 was Jackson Churrio's status. But he's back in the lineup tonight. With more on that story, here's Lauren Jabbar.
He is back in the lineup. Jackson Churrio's hamstring was the most talked about topic here in Milwaukee. Over the last 48 hours, we saw him in Game 1 cross first base after his 3rd hit, grab onto his right hamstring, though it came out shortly after. Remember, this was the hamstring that kept him out the entire month of August. He did have an MRI after the game. Pat Murphy telling me the results came back inconclusive, but the good news is it's not a serious strain. Yesterday at practice, Churrio was running around, looked good, said it felt strong compared to last time this happened. He said he's in a really good position. It was more precautionary to come out, but physically he feels ready to keep going and keep competing. And like you said, Alex, Murph made the decision to put him in the lineup tonight, batting leadoff, playing left field. Definitely a positive sign for Milwaukee Brewers fans moving forward.
Hey, Lauren, Alex, and I were watching batting practice, and he was just hitting home run after home run. He is pumped up.
Brewers take the field along with their left-hander, Aaron Ashby, who will open for the Brewers. We are expecting a full bullpen game for Milwaukee here tonight, and Ashby can give them length for sure.
Well, he's had an outstanding year in 43 games. He made 1 start during the regular season. This is a guy that they thought was going to be a starter for this organization, but he has found a place in the pen, and he's got one of the sublime curveballs in all of major leagues. You can see what the average is. He just trumps those averages in every single department. The RPMs, the horizontal break, the vertical break. He is better than any of the average you'll see in the major leagues.
Ashby had a perfect inning in a 3rd following up Freddie Peralta in Game 1. You'll notice here with the Cubs batting order that Michael Busch, their leadoff man, is not in to start the game. He struggles against left-handed pitching, and so Justin Turner will get a spot start, an opener at the top of the Cubs lineup, if you will.
Talk about a talk radio subject that I'm sure that everyone's going to be discussing, but think of it this way. Justin Turner, this is his pinch hit. It ends up being his first at-bat of the game. They've been looking to try to find a way to get him into the lineup or get him an at-bat. They are assured of getting an at-bat here.
Not since Ricky Henderson a quarter century ago have you seen a player his age in that role. What a spot for one of the best postseason hitters all time as we take a look at the Brewers defense, Ron.
We talked about in the open how much contact they make. Well, they also catch the ball as well as anyone in the game. Durbin, Ortiz, Turang, Vaughn, and Contreras behind the plate. Turang might be the best fielding second baseman in the game. Churi out in left. We thought he might DH. Perkins, outstanding arm, outstanding speed, and center field. And Sal Frelick in right.
The Brewers defense and the Cubs defense both two of the best in baseball. The Brewers top 3 in fielding run value this season. Chicago just ahead of them, but they were neck and neck defensively all season long. Ashby will work against Justin Turner, who hasn't appeared in a postseason game since 2022 with the Dodgers. And the first pitch from Ashby, 98, dunning the corner. We're underway.
"13 home runs, 42 RBIs in his brilliant postseason career."
Even now, Turner is still the Dodgers' all-time franchise leader in RBIs and extra base hits in the postseason. Few better in the game on this stage. He gets a spot start here in Game 2 for the Cubs, and he holds his swing on a changeup low and away.
Let's face it, though, he didn't have the kind of season you're used to Justin Turner having. That's why a lot of people question the hot Michael Busch not being in the lineup.
Busch, who has homered in back-to-back games but starts on the bench, as Turner takes one off the hands and flies out to left to begin the night.
Of course, the first fly ball had to be to Chourio in left field, right, to test that hamstring. Ashby threw in Game 1 a day ago, threw 16 pitches to get 4 outs.
The Milwaukee bullpen is full go, as would be the Cubs. That's the word from Pat Murphy, that everybody's available. And of course, the Cubs saved their bullpen after a disastrous start from Matthew Boyd. They wound up getting pretty good effort later in that game from Aaron Savali, going 4 1/3, and everybody at Craig Counsell's disposal tonight.
Savali and Ben Brown ended up eating 19 outs in that game. They needed that.
Nico Horner here, who homered late in Game 1. The Cubs out-homered the Brewers 3-0 and lost that game 9-3.
You just don't see it in today's game when that happens.
0-2 quickly to Horner. And Horner serves this into right for a 1-out single. He's a great contact hitter, and he puts the ball in play to get on base.
That's the kind of approach you usually see from Milwaukee Brewers, right? Behind in the count, high fastball here, waits till the last second, does Horner, and sends it to right field. Good hitting.
So with Horner aboard, who had 29 stolen bases during the regular season, here's Kyle Tucker, a 4-time All-Star, who fouls this one off his foot, actually off his knee it looked like.
Well, he's had the calf strain. He's had some nagging injuries. He had a moment during the season where he really struggled. And this one, yes, just clips him right on the top of that knee. If you catch it a little lower, sometimes it'll break that kneecap, but it looks like he caught it maybe above the knee. Still painful. When I look at this Cubs lineup, to me, he's the key. You know, you get him hot as a pistol, and he's also a guy that has almost as much experience as Justin Turner in the postseason. This is his 69th game.
Lauren, you have more?
Yeah, well, you guys just talked about him coming off of the IL. He's only played in a few games since being back, but I said, how are you feeling? Like 100%. He said, regardless of how I feel, I have to go out and play the best I can to help our team win. I asked him about timing, especially in the postseason when everything speeds up. He said it actually feels good. He's just trying to barrel pitches, take that extra 90 feet when he can. But right now, the team is still monitoring his health, so it's tough taking that ball off the kneecap, but that's why he's staying in that DH role, not yet back on the field. But it is great, like you were saying, Ronnie, to have him in the lineup.
Well, the Cubs need everybody to chip in, trying to avoid going down 0-2 in this series. Only 7 teams have come back from down 0-2 in the 30-year history of the Division Series format. 0-1 to Tucker with Horner off first. And Ashby misses low and away with the fastball. Tucker, a horrible slump out of the All-Star game. Remember, Craig Counsell took him out of the lineup for 3 straight games as a mental reset. He's felt more like himself since. And he holds his swing there, laying off another fastball.
Ashby has all the pitches to be outstanding. His only Achilles heel, sometimes he loses the strike zone and he'll walk people.
Tucker 0 for 3 in game 1. And he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike.
Big pitch here for the offense of the Cubs. 3-1 count. Should get a fastball here from Ashby.
He did get one. Right down the pipe. Seiya Suzuki on deck. A career high in homers during the regular season.
Let's see how aggressive Counsell is here. 3-2 count. Does he send Horner? No.
Stays put, and it's ball 4. And there are 2 aboard with 1 out for the Cubs here in the first. Suzuki, who was 0 for 4 in game 1. 3 hits this postseason and 15 at bats, but all 3 have gone for extra bases. Ashby checking the runner at second, comes home, and Suzuki pops 1 foul. Chicago Cubs, one of the best teams in baseball during the regular season, with runners in scoring position, but just 1 for 15 in the playoffs.
Some of that you have to base on the pitching that they have faced. The bullpen of the Padres, and then here in game 1.
Ball and a strike to Suzuki. .103 runs batted in during the regular season. Suzuki drives one to left. That ball is gone. Seiya Suzuki with a 3-run homer. Chicago strikes first for the 2nd straight game. As we welcome those of you who just watched the Phillies and the Dodgers, fireworks early here in Milwaukee from Chicago.
So much thunder up and down this lineup for the Cubs. 1 through 9, they can all go deep. And Suzuki, who closed out the season red hot, gets hotter here again in game 2. Changeup, middle of the plate, up, destroyed by Suzuki. Just the start the Cubs needed.
One of the better home run hitting teams during the regular season. They had 3 of them in game 1. but all of them were solo homers. This is a 3-run shot to get the Cubs on the board. Chicago trying to avoid going down 0-2 in this series. They could not have asked for a better start. Ian Happ looks in a strike, gets a ball and 2 strikes from Aaron Ashby, a lefty starter for Milwaukee. Expected to be a bullpen day for the Brewers. Ashby, who pitched a bit in game 1, an inning and a third scoreless. That's strike 3. Off-speed pitch catches the corner, and that's the second out of the inning.
Well, just trying to get something down to get a ground ball was Ashby, but that changeup was up right in the eyes of Suzuki, and he took care of it. Long home run here in Milwaukee.
If you're just joining us after that nail-biting victory for the Dodgers over the Phillies in game 2 in Philadelphia, Alex Faust, Ron Darling, Lauren Jabara here with you in Milwaukee. A single from Nico Hoerner, a walk to Kyle Tucker, then the 3-run homer from Suzuki. And now Carson Kelly bats for the Cubs.
If you include the postseason game in game 1, these two teams have played 14 games. Both have 7 wins. So they're as evenly matched as you're going to see two clubs.
Even here in this ballpark during the regular season, Chicago won 3 games, Milwaukee won 3 games.
You know, you start Ashby because he's the kind of guy that doesn't give up a lot of home runs. In fact, he hadn't given up a home run in his last 17 appearances. But this is not any ordinary lineup.
And there were many who thought that this would be Quinn Priester's day to go for the Brewers. After their horse Freddie Peralta went in game 1. This is line right at Bryce Terang at second, and the inning is over. But Seiya Suzuki with a 3-run blast has the Cubs out to a 3-0 lead before the Brewers can even come to bat. Run homer just minutes after his countrymen closed things out for the Dodgers in game 2 against the Phillies. Here's the Brewers batting order for manager Pat Murphy. Same lineup as they used in game 1. The big question mark was the health of Jackson Chourio, but he leads things off for Milwaukee and takes ball 1 from Shota Imanaga.
And Imanaga pitching here for the Cubs, the genius of the Japanese ball player.
Of course, the Cubs and the Dodgers began the season in Japan.
The key to Imanaga, he's really upped his use of his sweeper, but his fastball has always been the most important pitch, especially inside to right-handed hitters. If he establishes in there, he'll have a good night.
Second half of the year, Ronnie, has been a struggle for Shota, especially keeping the ball in the ballpark.
Last 6 times he took the mound, 12 home runs allowed, 31 on the season. That pitch right there, if he fires a dozen of those here in the first few innings, you'll know he's on his way to a good night. He's got to establish in so that way he can throw the split away or backdoor the sweeping breaking ball.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Chourio. The first career playoff start for Imanaga, and Chourio strikes out.
Back-to-back 92-mile-an-hour fastballs right on the inside corner, right on the knees. Nice pitching there by Imanaga. That nice pause to upset the hitter's timing.
Imanaga came in bulk relief after Andrew Kittredge opened things in game 2 of the wild card against San Diego. As he dots the corner there to Bryce Terang. Terang 2 for 5 with a double in game 1 of this series.
You know, the fastball average velocity for Imanaga this year has been around the 90 mark. He's thrown a few 92. The last two have been 93. So his velocity playing up so far.
And even that little tick in velocity means a big thing for this pitcher. Right?
It's huge for him. Every little mile an hour that he gets allows him to pitch up in the strike zone occasionally to get that strikeout, but also sets up all the other pitches.
2-1 to Turang. 2-2.
Remember, we said it yesterday. This team, the Brewers, they don't swing a lot, but when they do, they usually make contact and put the ball in play.
That's been the winning formula all year for Milwaukee. Back-to-back Ks to begin the night for Imanaga. A Brewers team that doesn't strike out very much.
A bemused smile there for Imanaga. He knows his stuff is good. That fastball up in the strike zone, like we were just talking, eludes the bat of Turang. When he's going good, he seems like he has more fun than most pitchers pitching.
He's got a unique personality. The throwing philosopher, as it were. As William Contreras is out in front of this pitch.
Pitchers are taught to be stoic. He's more of an artiste when he's out there.
Bit of a happy-go-lucky disposition. He's won over Cubs fans since the moment he arrived in Chicago. This is served to left by Contreras for a 2-out hit. Around the corner at first and scamper back. Contreras with his third hit of the series.
This was a little cutter that he threw in the inside corner, so it didn't have as much velocity as that fastball. Contreras was able to get enough of the bat on it to drop it and find some grass.
That'll bring up Christian Yelich, a heartbeat of this team. And Yelich hits this to left. A 2-out rally for the Brewers. 2 on, 2 out.
2 jam shots there by the Brewers offense produces 2 hits. This one dumped right in front of the left fielder. Another first pitch hit. They had first pitch hits in game 1.
5 of the first 7 who came to the plate, Ronnie. And now Andrew Vaughn.
Vaughn was traded for in mid-June. They sent him down to fix his swing. He came up in the first week in July, and he was the most important part of that lineup in the middle of July.
Fastball upstairs from Imanaga. Vaughn, after joining the Brewers, to your point, 46 RBI in 64 games. That is a torrent pace.
Big RBIs, too. Game-winning RBIs.
Imanaga unable to locate inside.
The Cubbies need a 0 here. They got to have it.
Brewers put up 6 in the first inning of game 1. And ran away with it.
Good counter there by Imanaga on the 2-1 count. Vaughn's expecting fastball. He gets the cutter down and in. A good one with lots of movement.
Imanaga looking for his third punch out in this first inning. And he's unable to hit the corner with a fastball.
He was able to do that to Churio and it produced a strikeout. Not able to do that to Vaughn. These Brewers take the humble approach here, though. Not always looking for the 3-run homer. Looking for the base hit. Keep the line moving.
Imanaga has struggled in the regular season in the first inning. Another payoff. And it's a high fly ball to left field. Happ underneath it in front of the wall. This ball's gone! Andrew Vaughn ties the game with one swing. He's done it again.
A team that was 22nd in the major leagues in homers this year, but they've got some slug in the lineup. And he went back to that little cutter, and it stayed right in the middle of the plate. You didn't know if he got enough of it because he hit it so high. But this ballpark has always been a good hitter's ballpark, and it had enough and produces 3 runs.
For Imanaga, another one that leaves the yard.
2 strikeouts to start the inning. A harmless single, another harmless single, and a great at-bat by Vaughn ties the game, much to consternation of counsel.
Imanaga has now allowed a homer in 11 straight starts. 22 since the All-Star break. Frelick gets underneath one. And that'll end the inning. But we're right back where we started. Andrew Vaughn, a tremendous acquisition for the Brewers mid-season, has tied the game for Milwaukee. As we take a look at TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Suzuki's 3-run bomb. And then Andrew Vaughn with an immediate answer. 3-3. I hope you got in your seat early. Man.
Usually save the fireworks for the end of the game. The fireworks have been in the first inning here in this series so far.
Yeah, 13 first inning runs combined between the two teams. Pete Crow Armstrong now, who pops one up in the infield. Caleb Durbin off third, makes the catch. Well, that total sets a new postseason record.
Wow. Much to the chagrin of the pitchers in this series.
Aaron Ashby remains out there for Milwaukee. 43 appearances during the regular season. This is his first career playoff start. Dansby Swanson fouling the first pitch back.
Just the opposite of yesterday. This Cubs team against Freddie Peralta didn't have a lot of great swings. There's been plenty of them so far here in the first inning plus.
We know it's a bullpen game for Milwaukee. Nick Mears, who pitched a scoreless 9th in game 1, is up for the Brewers in their pen.
They'll have a closer to close an inning for Ashby, but then they have a choice. They could bring Priester in. They could bring in Quintana. Mizorowski is a choice as well. Remember Matt Arnold, when they decided on Mizorowski to be on the roster, said this is an all hands on deck kind of series. Where would be a better place than all hands on deck and Mizorowski than this series right now, this game?
And if the Brewers had it their way, this would be Brandon Woodruff's day. But he's been out with injury. For that long comeback, landed on the IL late in the season. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Swanson. Jose Quintana was banged up at the end of the regular season as well, so perhaps that all factors into why this is a bullpen game today, even with a chance to go up 2-0 in the series.
Here's Jose. in the bullpen. There's Brandon Woodruff, you were talking about before. Woody, one of the veterans on this club.
A tough way to come back from that nearly 2-year absence. Swanson battling here. Two-time All-Star. 1 for 4 in game 1, but with 3 strikeouts. And he pops this up right field. Frelick in front of the track. 2 gone. That'll bring up the rookie Matt Shaw. Cubs trying to avoid going down 0-2 in this series. Brewers looking for back-to-back wins in the playoffs for the first time since 2018. Borderline pitch from Ashby, strike 1 to Matt Shaw.
Shaw still looking for his first hit here in the postseason.
'99, Ashby unable to get the call at the top of the zone. Shaw, the rookie, one of the more consistent hitters for the Cubs over the second half of the season. Where was that pitch?
Yeah, he might have missed a couple here. Mike Estabrook, who's usually one of the best umpires the major leagues has missed maybe a couple of pitches. That one certainly. More of a low ball pitcher friendly ump. So if he's going to call for the pitcher, it's usually down, but missed that sweeper certainly.
Ashby looking to get through 2 complete. 2-2 to Shaw. Full count. The swing nature of game 2. Teams that go up 2-0 in a best-of-5 go on to win the series 89% of the time.
Good swing there by Shaw. Young player, first postseason. Looks like he's trying to hit one to the moon. One base hit will do.
Entered the season as the Cubs' top prospect. Grew up in Western Massachusetts. Former first-round pick. And Ashby loses it. 2-out walk to the number 9 man. And the lineup will turn over. Lauren.
Guys, Justin Turner has an impact on this team. 40 years old. He's one of the true veteran voices in this clubhouse. One of the funniest things, though, during BP, he wears a shirt that says, "Everything hurts." 86 postseason games under his belt. He's seen it all before. But Craig Counsell told me he's been such a steady presence, the ultimate veteran. And with all of his playoff experience, he's like the godfather of the postseason. But he just loves the game, loves teaching and helping, being part of the team. There's no ego, just a genuine leader. And he said this moment feels like the perfect fit for him, being able to lead off for us, get his first postseason appearance since 2022. But he's helped so many of the younger guys as well, even being just in the clubhouse, in the dugout.
I need one of those shirts, Lauren. Can you hook me up?
JT, we feel that.
No doubt. Turner has never batted leadoff in the postseason until tonight.
830 OPS in his postseason at bats. Remarkable number against the best pitching.
Turner with a line drive to left. That's down for a base hit. And after the Brewers had a 2-out rally, In the bottom of the first, Chicago is cooking one up themselves, and that'll bring out Pat Murphy for the Brewers dugout.
Yeah, we showed Nick Mears warming up. He's probably coming into the game. A high changeup, I believe, to Justin Turner. He turns on it, pardon the pun, and gets himself a base hit. So everyone who thought he was just going to bat once and then Michael Busch will come in, he produces a base hit in his second AB.
This is a fairly lengthy conversation here. I don't know if that's to get Mears some more warm-up pitches. And that appears to be the case. Ashby is done. Brewers in a bullpen game make a pitching change in the second. Eligible Capital One Rewards card holders, you can redeem your rewards for tickets to the MLB postseason on Capital One Entertainment. Visit CapitalOne.com/entertainment for more information. Nick Mears comes out of the pen, scoreless ninth inning in game one. He struck out 2 in that appearance. A workhorse for them out of the pen.
Yes, he has. He threw 20 pitches in that appearance, 15 for strikes. Set a career high with those 63 games this past summer for Nick Mears.
Nico Hoerner at the plate, who started a rally for the Cubs that led to the 3-run homer from Seiya Suzuki in the first. He bats here with 2 on and 2 out. Matt Shaw drew his 3rd walk of the series. Stands at second base with Justin Turner at first. And another pitch that seemed to catch the zone that was not called a strike.
Yeah, he's just not giving any strikes in the top part of the zone is Estabrook. 4-seamer, and he spins a curveball and a slider, does Mears.
One off the plate. A slider that didn't hit. Hoerner with 5 hits this postseason now. And Hoerner pops it up. It should end the inning. Frelick is there. What a game so far. A lot of drama. And we're only through an inning and a half. Hank Aaron Award honors the best offensive player in both the American and National Leagues. And your vote helps decide the winner. Visit MLB.com/Aaron to cast your ballot. So much history around this ballpark here. And it's strike 1 to Caleb Durbin.
Boy, the trust factor for Counsell has got to be tough with Imanaga in there. He just can't afford to give up any more runs.
I think there were a lot of people second guessing what the Cubs did in game 1 by starting Matthew Boyd on short rest. And essentially forcing the team's hand through the rest of the series with how they were going to use their pitchers, right?
Well, the tough part is that before this game, they've played 4 postseason games. They've got 10 innings from their starters. Now, the caveat is one of them was an opener in Kittredge, but still.
There's a fly ball to right. Suzuki takes a couple of steps in, and Durbin is retired. Look who's warming up for Milwaukee.
Well, we alluded to that before. We talked about Matt Arnold's charge of baseball operations here. Said all hands on deck. What better a game than to bring in Jacob Misiorowski?
A 23-year-old with that electric fastball, one of the best in the game. Blake Perkins shows bunt, takes strike 1.
Perkins had 2 big hits in yesterday's game. First hit on an 11-pitch at bat, and later in the game an 8-pitch at bat.
He's been great against left-handed pitching this year. Better as a batter from the right side of the plate. 91 on the corner. Heart and soul guy, Blake Perkins. Starting in center field for the second straight game, plus defender.
Switch hitter, manager Pat Murphy likes him better from the right side.
Two from Imanaga, and it's off the bat of Perkins trying to hold his swing. Perkins is down on strikes. 2 gone.
So 3 strikeouts so far for Imanaga. That fastball, this one he just threw right by Perkins.
Bring up the shortstop, Joey Ortiz. Talk about walks from the 9-hole hitter. Joey Ortiz had a couple of them in game 1 as well.
And Matt Shaw, who walked in his first plate appearance for the Cubs, now has 3 walks in 2 games. If there's any cardinal rules left, you are not to walk the 9th place hitter. They're there for a reason.
Ortiz hitless in his short postseason career. Fouls this back. A ball and 2 strikes.
But Ortiz is a whiz with the glove at shortstop. That is what keeps him in the lineup.
Imanaga induces a foul ball. That's the thing, though, with the way that the Brewers play. Any base runner can become havoc.
Well, that rally in the first happened after 2 outs, after 2 strikeouts, in fact.
One, 2. And Ortiz holds up.
Little splitter down and away. Indeed held up to Ortiz.
Ortiz, who came over to Milwaukee in the Corbin Burns trade last year, stays alive. Part of the culture of what makes things work here in Milwaukee is Pat Murphy not being afraid to send a message. And Joey Ortiz drew the manager's ire earlier this season. Played his way through it. 2-2, fly ball. Suzuki is there. And it's a 1-2-3 second for Imanaga. 2025 National League Division Series is presented by Booking.com. Oh, look at this. Jacob Misiorowski comes in relief for the Brewers. A sensation when he started his major league career. Didn't allow a hit in his first 11 innings of big league work. The question, can he locate with that electric fastball?
What a summer for Misiorowski. Ended up starting the All-Star game.
His last regular season appearance came out of the bullpen against the Reds the final weekend of the year. He struggled with walks in that outing.
That fastball, 103.
.104.
Let's keep going.
Another one at 104. How do you even see that?
Greatest eyes in the world play this game.
Tucker gets a piece of it. Nicely played by Durbin on a short hop. A couple moments ago, Lauren caught up with Craig Counsell.
Craig, some big swings early. How do you continue to attack their arms?
Well, it looks like they're going to bring in some bullpen guys today, and it's going to be a bullpen game. So we're just going to have to keep putting pressure on them. We've done a good job first 2 innings putting pressure on them, and that's a good sign.
Showed us feels like he settled in a little bit more that second inning. What have you seen from him so far through 2?
Yeah, we definitely got some swing and miss working, and it's good to have a good inning. He's got some strikeouts, so just keep going.
Craig, appreciate it.
Thank you.
And trying to get some innings out of him. Milwaukee, they're just trying to shut down this Cubs order with all these bullpen arms. Suzuki, who had the 3-run homer in the first, put the Cubs up 3-0. Milwaukee responded with 3 in the bottom of the first.
If Mizorowski throws strikes, he'll shut down this lineup. That has been the problem. 31 walks in 66 innings pitched.
Six 6'7". Explosive extension. And he can't get the call there. It's a 4-pitch walk to Suzuki. Borderline pitch.
Pitch is off the corner. Estabrook had the right call. Mizorowski, you're talking about 6'7". There's so many arms and legs coming at you that you try to have repeatable mechanics to throw strikes. He's young, and they're working on that.
Goes with a curveball, misses outside. The way that Pat Murphy described it to us is Mizorowski is still learning how to pitch, not just throw. But it shows a lot of trust and faith in this Brewers staff to put him on this stage. And they're a young flamethrower deliver. Ian Happ, the batter.
Just took a little off to get it in the strike zone. Just 100 on the outside corner.
Mizorowski has more pitches of 101 plus than any other starting pitcher in the game. Coming out of the bullpen here, 97, with StatCast calling that a slider.
Yeah. It didn't move too much. It served like a changeup off his 104-mile-an-hour fastball. You see the catcher Contreras just giving him the arm motions right through me, right at me, because he tends to fall off the mound towards first base. That's why he loses that fastball on the arm side.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3. Happ tied up. 2 gone.
The more outs he gets, the more confidence he will get. That was another breaking ball that didn't do too much, but got the check swing from Happ.
Mizorowski struggled over the second half of the season. More innings than he's ever pitched at any level. And to learn how to manage all of that, all the while earn the trust of his manager to continue to be used. 6 pitches of 103 plus tonight for Mizorowski. Faces Carson Kelly here.
I like what Contreras is doing, though, calling for that slider to get him in the zone. Sometimes when you have a wild pitcher, to keep throwing the same fastball over and over out of the zone, it's better to change it up.
Foul straight back with the fastball. It's 6 strikes and 6 balls. But one more strike gets Mizorowski through this inning.
It feels like a 50-50 proposition on what you're going to get out of the young right-hander. All the talent in the world.
Two. Oh, and away. Nice stop by Contreras.
There's a rare curveball there from Mizorowski. Straight over the top. Ended up bouncing before the plate or just in the other batter's box and backhanded by Contreras like an infielder.
Runner takes off from first. It's grounded right back to Mizorowski. And he'll jog all the way to the bag. Mizorowski fired up. A clean inning. Jacob Mizorowski, you think the adrenaline's going?
I think he did a one unassisted here because he wasn't sure he could throw it to first base because he was so excited. Big inning for the youngster.
I don't think I've ever written 1U. There goes a line drive to left, and it's going to be caught by Ian Happ. First pitch swinging for Jackson Chourio. Lauren moments ago with Pat Murphy.
Pat, bullpen game. Not many managers bring in 100+ mile-an-hour heat off the bullpen. What did you see from Mizorowski, and how much energy does he bring this team?
Yeah, he brings us a lot of energy. The fans love him. They get behind him. He's a young pitcher. He's been through a lot this year, but we're really proud of him. Go out of there and give us a great inning right there.
You guys were down 3 early. Andrew Vaughn comes in, hits a home run to the moon. What has he brought to this team since he's been here in July?
He's been great. You know, he's been through a lot. Baseball has humbled him, and he's responded very well.
I'd appreciate it.
Thank you.
Fly ball here from Bryce Terang. The Brewers swinging early against Imanaga. 2 quick outs on 3 pitches. That was their approach in game 1. A 2-out rally got them their 3 spot in the first of this game. Contreras hit a single, Yelich singled right behind him, and then Andrew Vaughn had the 3-run homer.
Imanaga started to step off. Contreras felt a little out of sorts, so he said he'll call timeout, and now they start again.
Contreras ahead in the count. Contreras has battled injury this year. Broken left middle finger last season that never seemed to heal properly, and he's had trouble with it all season.
Hard to catch 104 miles an hour with a broken middle finger, right? Or a compromised middle finger on your left hand.
Contreras with a drive to left field, and the Brewers have the lead. A no-doubt shot from William Contreras. And Milwaukee leads 4-3.
You were saying compromise because some of the injuries. He still caught 128 games. He's still one of the best hitting catchers in all of baseball.
First career postseason home run for William Contreras. So much for a team that doesn't hit homers, huh?
Imanaga early in the game was able to get that fastball in on the right-handed hitters. He has not, as that velocity has dipped a bit, and Contreras made him pay.
Ground ball, base hits. And Yelich has his second knock of the day.
Well, there was a time in baseball a few seasons ago that wasn't a hit for about 10 years when they had the shifts. But now playing more straight up, Yelich with the base hit in the hole between first and second.
A quick conversation here. Delaying, stalling. Craig Counsell on the top step.
Can't see from our position, but yes, the Cubs have Palencia warming up. He's a guy that's closed many games, but Counsell knows how important right now is.
Shota Imanaga has struggled with allowing home runs. He's allowed 2 tonight. Mike Estabrook out to the mound to break up this conversation, and finally Craig Counsell will go to the bullpen. Took as much time as he possibly could to get one of their late inning guys in the game early. William Contreras with a go-ahead homer, and the Brewers lead 4-3. Sportsbook is your home for live betting, and new customers can bet $5 and pocket $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app and use the promo code HEAT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Shota Imanaga unable to get through 3, and already the Cubs have to dip into their bullpen. They get Daniel Palencia, who led the Cubs with 22 saves during the regular season.
22 saves during the regular season. He's trying to save the Cubs season here in the third.
Andrew Vaughn coming to the plates. He hit the 3-run homer in the first that tied the game. It was the first 3-run homer or grand slam in any postseason game in Brewers history. And a chance to do more damage with Yelich aboard. Rushed back at 101 from Palencia. There's a strike.
Gorman Thomas, Ben Ogilvy, Cecil Cooper. No one hit a 3-run home run. Wow.
It's wild. Paul Molitor, Robin Yount.
Yeah. On and on.
The list goes on. As Vaughn flies one to left, Happ charges in and makes the catch. The Brewers are all of a sudden slugging. Contreras a go-ahead shot, and Milwaukee has the lead. Select the 2025 All MLB team. Your chance to be part of history and honor this season's top performers. Terms and conditions apply. See MLB.com/AllMLB for details. What a game. We're in the 4th.
There's plenty more to come, or it feels that way anyway. Now, I was saying before the whirlwind summer of Jacob Mizorowski. I was saying that he started the All-Star game. Certainly he didn't. Paul Skeen started the All-Star game, but he made the All-Star team after 7 starts.
Faces Pete Crow Armstrong here. All the swings already in a bullpen game for the Brewers. Cubs got out to a 3-0 lead. Milwaukee tied it in the bottom of the first. Chicago looked like they were building a 2-out rally in the second. That chased Aaron Ashby, the opener for Milwaukee. Nick Mears faced one batter, and now Jacob Mizorowski is out there for his second inning of work. And he fans Pete Crow Armstrong.
Now, the hardest thing to do is try to get a guy who's throwing 100+ in the zone. But that's the only way they're going to be able to deal and not help Mizorowski when he's throwing those pitches that are not in the strike zone.
Swanson now. Strike at 102. Another one.
I can just hear Dansby Swanson saying to himself, he didn't throw one close last inning, and now he throws 2 of them on the black, 100+.
Off the corner at 103.
Snapped back into the strike zone by Contreras, but a ball off the zone.
Swanson stays alive. Not only the starting pitching that we've detailed banged up for the Brewers, but their bullpen as well. They got Trevor McGill back, but Shelby Miller done. Nick Mears was touch and go there for a minute or two. DL Hall, who they've been using as a reliever, he's out for this series. Swanson rung up. Mizorowski tying him in a knot.
It's one of those breaking balls that starts inside, just breaks enough to catch that inside corner. Not how you draw it up, but effective.
Just your run-of-the-mill 89-mile-an-hour curveball. Matt Shaw, as you mentioned earlier, Ronnie, has done a great job drawing walks in this series.
3 walks now, walked in his first 2 at-bats in game 1.
He's looking for his first career postseason hit. If you're the Brewers and Mizorowski is going to give you enough outs, how long do you think you stay with him?
He is the only guy that can pitch himself out of this game. Pat Murphy's going to leave him in there as long as he is effective and throwing strikes. He's built up his pitches in a sense that he could give you 4 or 5 innings if he's effective. Good pitch there.
Even better take from Shaw. That's another walk. Second of the game, 4th of the series for the 9-hole hitter Matt Shaw, and the lineup will turn over. That'll bring up Michael Busch out of the dugout. As expected, spelling Justin Turner. Busch, who has just been on a tear over the late stages of this season. Homers in back-to-back games coming in. Homer in the 7th in the clinching Game 3 against the Padres. A leadoff homer in Game 1 of this series. More go-ahead homers over the second half of the season than any other player in baseball. He has a runner aboard with 2 outs in the 4th. The Cubs trailing by 1. 101, Mizorowski unable to get the call. Career high 34 homers during the regular season for Busch. And he flies one to left field. Tailing away from Churio towards the corner, and he makes the catch in front of the railing. Mizorowski with 2 innings of scoreless relief. And the Brewers lead 4-3. Odds from DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and place your bets live today. Sign up with the promo code HEATS. The Brewers scored 9 runs in Game 1 without a homer. All 4 of them tonight via the long ball. Michael Busch remains in the game. Frelick, Durbin, and Perkins 6, 7, and 8 for Milwaukee in the bottom of the 4th.
If you don't throw 100, you can't even get in this game.
Yeah. Palencia with some gas. We make so much of how this Brewers team scores runs. It is a little bit of everything. It's not as if they hit 0 home runs during the regular season, but they have the fewest of any remaining postseason team. Frelick on the ground to short. 1 gone.
With so many choices across the U.S., find Boston hotels even Yankees fans could love.
And yet, Ronnie, despite that, Milwaukee still has 11 batters with an OPS above league average.
They've got 5 hitters in their lineup that have had over 140 hits. So there's a myriad of ways that they score. Tonight, it's via the home run.
Caleb Durbin, the rookie here. And he gets plunked. And that caught a piece of Carson Kelly as well.
Well, that's no joke, getting hit by a pitch from Palencia right off the forearm or elbow from Durbin. 4-seamer in, clips him right on the end of that elbow. He shook it off like nothing happened.
Lauren, you have more?
I do. That's the 26th time, guys, that he's been hit this season. But I talked to him before the game. He said, going into this year, I knew as a rookie, I just have to roll with the punches, be ready for anything. My mindset is to just keep moving forward, getting better every day. He said, you're going to have good stretches and bad ones, but that's part of it. At this level, I'm just really grateful to win here, be here, and the only thing that matters is how I can help contribute to this team and win. But dude's tough as nails. Yeah. 26th time.
That is wild. Led the National League in hit by pitch.
He's got to be Pat Murphy's favorite player, right? Because, as Lauren said, tough as nails, a guy that just puts his nose in there when he's at the plate.
Worked his way up. Talking with Pat Murphy earlier this season, he told me that Caleb Durbin would be really good in med school. He'd be good as an admiral in the Navy. He is that type of guy.
Wow. Fine praise.
Toughness personified. Like Perkins here, turns around, bats from the left side against Palencia. Perkins struck out his first time on 6 pitches. All 6 of them were fastballs. Behind 1 and 2 here. All 3 so far from Palencia fastballs in this at bat.
Of course, those 6 fastballs in his first at bat were against Imanaga, a left-hander. He was batting right-handed at the time.
A little more mustard on these. 1-2. Perkins strikes out. 101-mile-an-hour fastball from Palencia. 2 gone.
Palencia so good this season. Appeared in 54 games. Low whip. 61 strikeouts in his 52 2/3 innings. This is his 4th game out of the 5 he's pitched in the postseason. Pitched in all 3 wildcard games.
Ortiz comes up. Snap throw from Kelly to keep Durbin close. That's a good point, Ronnie, too, of why it was so critical to get innings from Aaron Savali yesterday and from Ben Brown.
Right.
Palencia used heavily. Andrew Kittredge pitched in all 3 games of the wild card round. Both would be available. Ooh. That's close.
Good throw. The tag applied to the hip. And by that time, Durbin got his hand in.
Ortiz lines one up the middle. A 2-out single for Joey Ortiz, who picks up his first career postseason hit and turns the lineup over to Churriel.
It's just 9 pests hitting every night. Retire the first couple of hitters. Next thing you know, a hit batter. 9th place hitter with a BB up the middle.
No team in the National League better with runners in scoring position. No team in baseball better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Churriel at the dish, and he fouls one off.
You just don't see this. You don't see a guy leaving early in a game because of an injury and then playing 2 days later.
Let alone a hamstring.
Right?
One that kept him out for a month, just a month ago. He tested it out yesterday. He gave the thumbs up. Durbin dancing off second. Palencia comes home, and Churriel's behind 0-2.
They tested it yesterday and today. Took an MRI. That was inconclusive. I think someone just threw it in the trash. They didn't want anyone to know. Wanted him back in that lineup.
Oh for 2 tonight. Churriel with a drive. Center field. Way back there. And gone! A 3-run shot from Jackson Churriel. And the Brewers lead 7-3. All 7 runs for Milwaukee via the long ball tonight.
All the runs scored with 2 outs. You just gave the number. Best in baseball. Hitting with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. And Churio centers this fastball up in the zone. A long home run to center field. 2 outs. Hit by pitch. Single up the middle. 3 runs.
Another pitching change for Chicago. On a night where the ball is flying for the Brewers. 7-3 Milwaukee. Jackson Churio is still only 21 years old. He now has back-to-back 2020 seasons, and he just torched that to the deepest part of the park.
Youngest ever to have back-to-back 2020 seasons, 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases. And the 36-year-old veteran left-hander Drew Pomerantz in now to face Bryce Turang.
This one you think you figured out this Brewers team. All 7 runs by way of home run, all coming with 2 outs. And it's clear so far that the Cubs have yet to figure out this Brewers team. A group that was near the bottom of baseball in the percent of runs scored via the homer. Trying to lay down a bunt for a hit is Turang. He pops it up instead, and Pomeranz makes the catch to end the inning. Through 4 in Milwaukee. 3 long balls. 7-3 Brewers. The 2025 National League Division Series is presented by Booking.com. '25 MLB postseason is brought to you by Frigidaire, introducing the new line of ovens featuring stone-baked pizza mode only from Frigidaire. By DraftKings Sportsbook, your home for live betting. And by Chipotle, real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle for real. Alex Faust, Ron Darling, Lauren Jabara here with you. What a fun one in Milwaukee, and I feel like the crowd is still catching its collective breath. 7 runs for the Brewers, all on homers, and oh yeah, they got the kid throwing gas on the mound in Mizorowski.
Each inning that he's out there, he's going to gain more and more confidence. And a young pitcher you weren't even sure you're going to put on your roster could be one of the biggest weapons you have in October.
Two, 3, and 4 for the Cubs. Horner, Tucker, and Suzuki. And Horner stays alive, fouling back a fastball. Look at Mizorowski and the 4-seam fastball comparison to some of the other fireballers in the league.
He's got a little better arm action than our animated pitcher, but
leadoff single for Horner in the right.
well, this is Horner to a T. I mean, loves to hit the ball to right field. He can go coast to coast from line to line with his base hits. See if the Cubs can answer.
Tucker here. Big swing, couldn't catch up. Talked about the long ball. The Cubs hit 3 homers in game 1, but had just 6 base runners the rest of the game. And only twice did those runners reach second base. Tonight, other than the homer, only one runner has reached second base, as this is served foul. Chad Patrick warming. Milwaukee turning to some of their younger arms. Mizorowski, 23 years of age in his first big league season. Patrick in the bullpen, still a rookie. Tucker strikes out. 4 Ks for Mizorowski.
There's a breaking ball. That's his best one so far. The slider on the side of the ball. Just enough vertical drop to get under the bat of Tucker.
He's only the 3rd Brewers rookie pitcher to have 4+ strikeouts in a postseason game. Freddie Peralta and Tobias Myers, the other 2. Strike 1 to Suzuki.
Trying to remember back when I was 23, brought up as a September call-up. Nothing like what Mr. Mizorowski has been thrown into this entire season, really.
For a 2-month period this summer, it was a baseball-wide sensation every time he took them out. Crashed back down to earth in the second half, battled a little bit of injury.
It reminded me a little, especially the first 2 starts, Steven Strasburg when he first came up, and there was so much that you had to check him out. Strasburg had those 14 strikeouts against the Pirates in his first start.
Warner with a short lead off first as Suzuki swings through a breaking ball. Two on the way. Suzuki with a fly ball to right. Shallow. Frelick. Run out of room perhaps. He makes the catch against the railing. No margin for error.
Well, maybe most right fielders, they would run out of play, but not Sal Frelick. Gamer as he crashes into that wall to make an outstanding play. What a play. Former football player.
I'll bring up Happ. Ian Happ, just 2 hits this postseason, now 2 for 17. But both have gone for extra bases. Double in the wild card round, a homer off Freddie Peralta in game 1. Moved out of the leadoff spot midsummer by the Cubs. A long tenure in Chicago. And he lays off there, 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, this would go a long way for the Brewers if he can get and finish this inning 3 solid innings from Mizorowski gets them through 5.
Popped up. Churio, long way to go, loses his hat, makes the catch in foul ground. And the inning is over. Yes, Total Motion presented by Progressive. A bunch of home run trots here tonight. The first time in Brewers postseason history they have scored 7+ runs in back-to-back games. 3 homers tonight, accounting for all 7 runs. William Contreras with 1 of them.
Brewers with 2 outs tonight, 7 for 10. Those 3 home runs you were talking about, and 7 RBI. That's making it happen.
Their heart of the order has done most of the damage. Their 3 through 5 hitters, 5 for 6 with 2 homers.
But the Cubs just need one of their pitchers to stabilize this game. They have such a potent offense. They can just get some pitchers to throw some zeros up for a couple innings. Only a 4-run deficit.
Strike 3 on the outside corner. Contreras not happy with the call. 1 gone.
Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness.
Alex Faust, Ron Darling, Lauren Jabara with you. Standing room only here in Milwaukee. Game 2 of the National League Division Series. Brewers lead this series 1-0. Looking to win their first playoff series since 2018. They have lost their last 6. But they've won the division for the 3rd straight year, 4th out of the last 5. Talented young team with Pat Murphy at the helm. Culture that they've built here in Milwaukee around every player having a role, a team having an identity.
When I go around the league and you see some of the smaller market teams, they used to say they wanted to be like the Tampa Bay Rays. They all say now they want to be the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yelich with a fly ball to left. Happ is there. That's the 2nd out of the 5th. You can watch MLB legends and stars tee off in the inaugural Capital One MLB Open at Shadow Creek, November 18th, 9:30 Eastern on TNT. Go to MLB.com/golf for more details. A lot of slow walks to the mound for Craig Counsell tonight. He gets another pitcher.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
The 2025 MLB postseason is brought to you by Frigidaire, introducing the new line of ovens featuring stone-baked pizza mode only from Frigidaire. By DraftKings Sportsbook, your home for live betting. And by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle for real. 7-3. Brewers lead the Cubs. Bottom 5 here in Milwaukee. 4th pitcher of the night for the Chicago Cubs is Colin Ray, who started 27 games for them this season. The former Brewer will face Andrew Vaughn here to lead off the 5th.
Yeah, 33 games, 27 of those starts, 11-7 record, 3.91 ERA for Colin Ray. He's pitched for the Padres, the Marlins, the Cubs now, but he's also pitched for the Brewers.
He's made a couple trips up and down I-94.
Yeah.
Second stint with Chicago.
Well, he'll be the first guy that comes in who's not throwing over 100. He's more of a guy that will get you with a 6-pitch mix, cutters and sinkers, pitches more to contact.
What the Cubs need out of him is outs. The Brewers now have 20 hits through a game and a half.
Brewers have you right where they want you. 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Didn't know if he was going to play. Brewers are happy he did.
What do you know? A 2-out walk. Andrew Vaughn takes his base. "55 games in the Brewers' postseason history without a 3-run homer. 2 of them tonight. One of them by that man, Jackson Chourio. In fact, there have been 3 3-run homers combined between the 2 teams. The Cubs, remember, got out to a 3-0 lead. Milwaukee answered in the bottom of the 1st. I feel like we're racking up a whole bunch of firsts in this game.
Yeah.
This is the first postseason game in baseball history where each team hit a 3-run homer or a grand slam in the 1st. This also ties for the most 3-run homers in a postseason game between 2 teams all time.
13 runs in the 1st inning combined by these two teams.
Right. Brewers were the top scoring team in the National League during the regular season. 1-2 pitch to Sal Frelick, and he gets a piece. Frelick takes way out of the zone. Sal Frelick was among the league leaders in batting average during the regular season. Cooled off late. "2-2, and he got a piece and seemed to get a piece of him.
Didn't get much of a piece, and that caught his back foot.
Saw that impressive catch leaping up against the railing. For a guy who grew up idolizing a hard-nosed player in Dustin Pedroia.
It's a good choice.
Runner goes on 3-2. Frelick sticks the bat head out there and flies one to shallow right. Suzuki makes the catch. 5 in the books and a 4-run lead for Milwaukee. A look at the upcoming schedule in the postseason. The Mariners and the Tigers, game 3 of that series that's tied, coming up Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then the Blue Jays and the Yankees tomorrow night. Toronto, how about the run that they've gotten out to? Just torching Yankees pitching. Both series in the National League with the day off tomorrow, travel day. Chad Patrick comes out of the bullpen for Milwaukee. They got 3 scoreless out of Jacob Mizorowski. And now another rookie here in Patrick.
27 appearances, 23 starts for the young Patrick. He's got a triptych of fastballs that he uses: a cutter, four-seamer and sinker that he throws about 80% of the time. So he comes right after you. Here's the cutter.
Bounced around a bit in the minor leagues. Traded twice. Finds himself in the postseason here with the Brewers. And he gets Kelly for the first out of the 6th.
So tantalized him with some sinkers and cutters and then threw one right by him at the top of the strike zone.
Pete Crow Armstrong now. It was 0 for 2 tonight. One standout game in the postseason. Going 3 for 4 in Game 3 against the Padres in the wild card round. Struggled the first couple, 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts to start that series. Coming off a 30-30 campaign for the Cubs star outfielder.
0 for 6, but then he went 4 for his next 8, but no hits in his first 2 at-bats tonight.
That hit him. Or it appeared to.
It appeared to, but maybe it did not. I don't know how he got out of the way. Oh, it bounced in there. That's what it was. It redirected because it bounced. Patrick with a little cricket style pitching there.
Two. Crow Armstrong is down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Patrick.
Good assortment of pitches by Patrick. This one, a good breaking ball. Crow Armstrong at this point in his career still chases out of the strike zone. That'll be the next level that he'll surpass probably in next season or next couple of years.
Cue shot, first base side. It's a fair ball. Vaughn will make the flip. It's a 1-2-3-6 for Chad Patrick. And this Brewers bullpen game, ever since the first inning, has stymied this Cubs offense. Players, your postseason. Follow all the postseason action. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. Every time I watch this, I wonder if you can bet on the sausage race.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Yeah. I'm sure there are some side wagers being done in the stands.
Best race in the game, right?
Oh, true original.
Yes.
Bottom of the 6th here in Milwaukee. Caleb Durbin lead things off for the Brewers. 7, 8, and 9 here. Colin Ray remains in the game for Chicago, and Durbin not happy with that call. Talking about how tough a customer he is. A high school wrestler. He's built like one. Came over in the Devin Williams trade. There's a fly ball to left field. Happ going back. That ball is tracked down by Pete Crow Armstrong. Came out of nowhere. to make the catch.
Just always gets such a great jump. You can see him in the middle of your screen. Reacts as soon as that ball's off the bat. He made a very difficult play. It looked like it was going to be a double off the bat into a pretty easy catch to Crow Armstrong.
Perkins showing bunt. Brewers trying to take a stranglehold in this series. Bouncing ball from Perkins up the middle. Swanson with the putout for the second out of the inning. For the Cubs, their history when dropping the first game of a series is not great. They've lost each of their last 3 when losing game 1. The last time they lost game 1 of a series and went on to win, 2016 World Series. The odds are steep for them to come back if they drop the first 2. Since the advent of the Division Series in 1995, only 7 teams have faced an 0-2 deficit, come back to win the series.
I did one in 2012. The Reds won both games. That was a 2-3 format, though. Both games in San Francisco. San Francisco went to Cincinnati and won all 3. Buster Posey with the grand slam in game 5.
All the more imperative for Craig Counsell's team try and find a rally in some way.
It's just heartbreaking after the big hit from Suzuki, the 3-run home run to get him started, that the Brewers came right back.
I don't think there are many fans here, Ronnie, who feel any sort of heartbreak other than the smattering of Cubs fans. This series feels personal in so many ways for the Brewers. Detailed the connection between the 2 managers as you look at this borderline pitch.
Just heartbreaking for that dugout, you know, finally nosed in front.
Yep. And they had the lead in game 1 too.
That's right.
The leadoff homer from Bush. Ortiz stays alive. For these Brewers fans who felt like it was personal when Craig Counsell went down I-94 to their bitter rivals in the big city, they would love nothing more than to turn the screws. Bouncing ball from Ortiz. It'll stay fair. It's an infield single. Another 2-out hit for Milwaukee.
You just can't retire this team 1, 2, 3. They mix in a hit by pitch. They mix in an infield hit. Had the most infield hits in baseball this year. Colin Ray picked that up with disgust.
Churio's had himself a night, following up a terrific performance in an abbreviated game in game 1. Another hard hit ball, diving stop by Swanson, and he throws wide of the bag at second. This gets all the way to right field, and both runners will move up.
Such a fine play first to get to it by Swanson, but not able to complete it with the errant throw. Remember last night, Nico Horner with the error kind of opened the floodgates for the Brewers.
for one of the top defensive teams in baseball.
Churio still running all right into second base after getting tangled up with Michael Busch.
Just a quick word with the Brewers' third base coach, Jason Lane. Chicago Cubs, who had the third fewest errors in baseball during the regular season, committing their second of the series. It prolongs the inning and gives Bryce Turang an opportunity here with 2 on and 2 out. His emergence to become a power threat has changed the dynamic of this Brewers order. When we asked Craig Counsell what was the one thing that stood out to him, he pointed that out.
Pointed out that Bryce Turang's maturation and the addition of Andrew Vaughn were the 2 biggest things in the lineup for the Brewers. Counsell said it made their lineup into a complete lineup.
He hit .348 against the Cubs during the regular season. Lauren, what do you have?
Yeah, talking to Bryce Turang, guys, he's just so chill. He told me, look, we played these guys a good amount. It's the same game. We're trying to win regular season games too. So everyone asks about the pressure of the postseason. He goes, you just go out there and play your game. You try to win each pitch, win each game, and that's what it's all about.
He's done a phenomenal job at that. Top 5 in the majors in average with runners in scoring position this season. Another 2-out rally for Milwaukee. Chopper to second. Horner charges and makes the flip. And the inning is over. Through 6, it's still a 4-run game. MLB Postseason is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. And by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. This has been a fun game in Milwaukee, especially if you're a Brewers fan. For the Cubs, trying to find offense after 3 runs in the first, a 3-run homer from Seiya Suzuki. The Brewers tied it immediately in the bottom half, took the lead in the third, and extended it in the fourth, all with home runs. Jared Koenig out of the bullpen for the Brewers as he faces Matt Shaw, the 9-hole hitter for Chicago. Koenig, who gave up a solo homer to Nico Hoerner in game 1 in the lone inning that he pitched. And that snapped a streak running of 11 straight scoreless appearances for Koenig.
Yeah, his last 34 appearances in the regular season, he had an ERA of 1.38, and he got 2 saves, in fact, in September.
In a month that was very much bullpen by committee, he was one of those guys brought in late inning situations, high leverage situations.
Well, Trevor McGill was out, so Abner Uribe and Koenig got some of the big outs.
Getting into the late stages here. Brewers leading by 4.
It was a big out that Colin Ray got, getting the ground out from Bryce Turang. That should give the Cubs some life here to make a run here late in this game.
Brewers stranded 2 in the bottom of the 6th. Quick K with Shaw getting fanned to start the 7th. Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow @playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Lineup turns over. Here's Michael Busch. Justin Turner got the start today against the lefty Aaron Ashby. Bush does not hit lefties nearly as well.
Justin had a single and 2 at-bats.
Bush squaring around there.
You need base runners if they're going to give it to you. Smart play by Bush.
Cubs' top home run hitter trying to catch the Brewers defense napping. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Fouls off 96. But the Cubs, ever since the first inning, have struggled to find any sort of offense. 7 strikeouts. Can Bush provide a spark? Left on left. Full count.
Koenig is tough on left-handers because he pitches across his body. It's almost like the pitch is coming from second base. Throws across his body so much.
Two for 3 night for Nico Horner waiting on deck.
Coming at you if you're the left-handed hitter. It's almost like he's about to throw it in the Milwaukee dugout.
Chopper, first base side, tough play for Vaughn. He'll flip to the covering Koenig, and they get the out. Bang, bang play, and Koenig arrived in the nick of time. Greg Counsell and the Cubs taking a look. They will not challenge.
Well, Koenig wasn't running that hard over there. First, the good play by Vaughn down the line. And he throws it perfectly to just time it just right for Koenig to get that right foot on the bag. I was saying that Koenig wasn't running over there that hard, but he's a big guy. Maybe that's about as fast as he runs. But it was timed out perfectly.
8 straight retired by Milwaukee pitching. First pitch swinging for Nico Horner. That's a fly out to right. And it's time to get up and stretch. The Brewers with a 4-run lead. Well, the adrenaline was flowing for Jacob Misiorowski in his first career postseason appearance. 7 pitches of 103 plus as we take you inside the booth presented by AT&T. We had a hunch that he might be one of the bullpen arms for Milwaukee, Ron, and boy, was he vital for the Brewers today.
You know, Alex, we talked about how the great start that he got off to in his career. What we didn't mention is that he kind of lost his way this summer and wasn't pitching that well, so it was a hard decision to put him on the roster. He was the stabilizer, pitching-wise, for this team this evening. 3 innings, 4 punch-outs.
Brewers from early today, when we knew that Aaron Ashby would be the starter, the question was, okay, who's behind him? Announced this afternoon that it was just going to be a bullpen game. And it seems like all the bullpen arms are going to be used for the Brewers. A foul out for Contreras to lead off the 7th. Well, Misiorowski, could he locate the fastball? He did just enough, didn't he?
Well, is this the definition of a spray chart? He threw just enough strikes to keep the Cubs honest, but when you're throwing and averaging almost 102 miles an hour on your fastball, hard to really zone in which one to swing at. What an effort.
Christian Yelich bats here. Multi-hit game for Yelich. 4th career postseason game with multiple hits. And Yelich will dunk this into left. Going the other way for his 3rd hit of the night.
If you're just going to pitch Yelich away, he will inside out the fastball the other way. He's got enough power to take you over the wall and right.
Lauren, you have more?
Yeah, I talked to Christian Yelich yesterday, and he just said being back here in the postseason means a little bit more after everything last year, having to miss it with back surgery. And I said, is it any different? He goes, look, as our team right now, we're playing with house money. No one thought we could do this. No one expected us to be here. Everyone thought we'd have a losing record, and look at us now. He said, we're still underdogs. I know a lot of people don't like when he calls us that. He goes, but we don't just compete. It doesn't always look pretty, but we find ways to win, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Swanson gets one at second, and they turn 2. A double play to end the inning, 6-4-3, but the Cubs are running out of time. More baseball presented by Geico. Get more with Geico. Milwaukee with 3 homers. Andrew Vaughn, a skyscraper in the first. Jackson Churiel and William Contreras getting in on the act. And Jacob Misiorowski with 3 scoreless innings. Everything clicking for the Brewers, who have another double-digit night in terms of hits. Jared Koenig remains in the game as the Brewers look to go up 2-0 in this best-of-5 series.
You can see Koenig right now staying in this game to get Tucker out, Pat Murphy coming out, and maybe McGill gets the last 2 outs of the 8th, and then Abner Uribe maybe gets the 9th.
Trevor McGill warming. There's a question about his health as he dealt with a flexor strain late in the season. Popped up, foul ground in the infield, long run for Durbin, who tracks it down for the first out of the 8th. And Pat Murphy will come out of the dugout. You were right on it, Ronnie.
He's got some weapons. This is the only unknown, though, because of the flexor strain issue for McGill. He only pitched in 1 game in September, the last game. Is he 100% healthy?
We're about to find out. A 2025 National League Division Series on TBS presented by Booking.com. A look at the upcoming postseason schedule. Tigers Mariners game 3 tomorrow at 4 Eastern on FS1. The series tied a game apiece, low scoring series. And then the Blue Jays and Yankees, that has not been a low scoring series. Toronto will head to the Bronx up 2-0, looking to close things out on the road. So here is Trevor McGill, who's been one of the top late inning guys. Is he 100% for Milwaukee? The Brewers 5 outs away from a 2-0 series lead.
Kind of have to remember how important Trevor McGill was to this ball club. They lost Devin Williams, who was their closer when they traded him to the Yankees, and they needed someone to step up. He did, but missed serious time towards the end of the season with that flexor strain. Will he be able to throw that hard breaking ball that separates him as a closer?
Brewers, despite the injuries in their bullpen, had a top 5 ERA over the second half of the season. McGill against Suzuki, and there's strike 1. In the dirt, Contreras
battles it to a draw.
Caught him by surprise. even with the time missed due to injury. 50 appearances for McGill this year. That marked the career high. An all-star for the first time in his career this season. There's a fly ball to left. Churio right underneath it. In all of this, in a bullpen game for the Brewers, with the 3 scoreless innings from Jacob Misiorowski, he could be in line for the win.
In his first postseason game. Wow. Indeed, what a summer for the Miz.
Brewers bullpen has done everything asked of them today. And Happ takes what could have been a strike. Instead, it's ball 2. Happ 0 for 3. Two balls and 2 strikes as McGill battles back. Looking for the punch out.
But we asked, would he be able to throw that good, hard breaking ball? It's been pretty effective so far.
Two-two. What does he go with? He gets a pop-up. Long way to run for Frelick coming in. He waves off Terang, makes the catch. And the Brewers are 3 outs away from a 2-0 lead. The NLDS is presented by Booking.com. Evidently, it's Christmas in October, and that's because the hockey season is coming back. The NHL on TNT returning this Wednesday. A must-see doubleheader. The Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals. Alex Ovechkin going for 900 goals, and then the LA Kings and the Vegas Golden Knights in the nightcap. Our studio crew will be in Las Vegas on Wednesday night. Wouldn't that be something? Bottom of the 8th. The Milwaukee Brewers with a 4-run lead. Another game in which the Cubs got out to a lead in the first inning. And it lasted the blink of an eye.
I mean, a 3-run homer by Suzuki is exactly what they needed in that first inning. But Vaughn answered in the bottom of the first.
And Frelick will lead off the 8th. A 4-pitch walk. Colin Ray has been solid in long relief for Craig Counsell's team. But for a group that was one of the better offensive teams in baseball this year, top 5 in run scoring, held at bay yet again. Durbin shows bunt, takes a strike. In fact, the Cubs have scored 3 or fewer runs in 12 straight playoff games. That is tied for the longest such streak in baseball history. They didn't need that much in the wild card round. Their pitching did the job, especially the bullpen. And even in this series, the bullpen hasn't been the issue. Their starters have not gotten them deep into games, have not been effective.
Well, 5 games now, only 12 2/3 innings from their starters. Caveat, of course, is Kittredge was an opener, but they've only scored 12 runs in the 5 games. That doesn't work with the kind of offense they have, the kind of firepower they have.
All the while, the Brewers are doing what they do. Best record in baseball during the regular season. Top 5 in a whole host of categories. Scoring, on base, ERA, steals, outs above average in the field. On 2 hops, secured by Horner, the flip for 1, and Swanson with a strong throw for the 4-6-3 double play.
Well, a couple of double plays now in these last 2 innings by that pair up the middle. Poetry in motion with those 2. This ball in between hop for Horner, but the backhanded flip perfect. The scrape of the bag by Swanson and the strong throw. Durbin can run a little bit, so they really had to turn that over, and they did.
Abner Uribe getting up in the Milwaukee bullpen. He would face 6, 7, and 8 for the Cubs in the 9th. Of course, the caveat being that 2 of those hitters are some of the better ones you might face with Pete Crow Armstrong and Dansby Swanson.
Well, Uribe really filled that gap when McGill went down.
Full count here to Blake Perkins.
Jamison Tyone.
Could he be the game 3 starter? Perkins, a line drive into right. That will get down for a base hit.
Good effort by Suzuki there. Had a lot of topspin. And just looked like from here it got under his glove, but he trapped it. Good immediate call by Chris Conroy, the umpire down the right field line.
You cannot retire the Brewers in order. They've only been retired in order once tonight. Joey Ortiz takes a strike. With 2 outs today, the Brewers have all 7 of their runs, all by way of home run. A 3-run shot from Vaughn in the 1st, the solo homer from Contreras in the 3rd, another 3-run bomb from Churio in the 4th. Two and 1 to Joey Ortiz as they check on Perkins.
Perkins was getting a little antsy over there, like he was going to run. Colin Ray counters with a good hard throw. Quick snap throw.
There goes Perkins. Ortiz pops it up. Suzuki is there. And we head to the ninth. Do the Cubs have a last-ditch rally in them? Men's soccer team takes on Ecuador this Friday as U.S. Soccer celebrates Hispanic Heritage Night. Coverage starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on TNT and streaming on HBO Max. Brandon Lockridge enters as a defensive replacement in left field for Milwaukee, and Abner Uribe will try to shut things down for the Brewers tonight. We talked about the injury to Trevor McGill. Uribe, right after McGill went down, was 4 for 4 in save opportunities from late August until the end of the season. He's only allowed a run once in his last 17 appearances.
His last 29 appearances spanned that month that McGill missed. ERA 0.62, so when they needed him most, he came through. Live arm, sinker slider.
Doesn't get the call there. 2 balls and a strike to Carson Kelly. A bullpen game for the Brewers. And the Cubs down to their final 3 outs. Cubs 6 through 9 hitters during the regular season. Led all of baseball in OPS. They have yet to get a hit tonight. Foul tipped.
I got Mike Estabrook just below the mask, I think into the chest protector. Foul tip here from Kelly. No, right off the mask. Missed that completely. Umpires are tough too.
Got him. Devastating slider from Uribe. 1 gone in the 9th.
After all those hard sliders, he throws a perfect, hard sinkers, he throws a perfect slider on that outside corner.
And now Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. This series, the Brewers bullpen has been virtually lights out.
3 hits, only a run allowed. PCA down on strikes. 2 gone in the 9th. Good hard slider down and in.
And now the last hope for the Cubs is Dansby Swanson. How about that slider?
Got it on a string right now. That's why he was so strong at the end. Throws 100, can sink it, 4-seam it, and a good hard slider.
0-2. Brewers pitchers have retired 14 in a row. One strike for a 2-0 series lead. Got him! Uribe strikes out the side in the ninth. And the Brewers have a stranglehold in this series. The Milwaukee Magic keeps rolling.
Scored all their 7 runs with 2 outs. Their bullpen now 10 and 2/3 innings, 13 punch outs, only 1 run allowed in the first 2 games.
Jacob Mizorowski credited with the win in his postseason debut.
This game could have really gone any which way but loose until Mizorowski came in for the Brewers, stabilized it. 3 scoreless innings, and the game seemed out of reach. Cubs never could make a comeback. 15 straight went down.
They are brewing something special here in Milwaukee. 16 runs for the Brewers over the first 2 games of this series. Lauren Jabara down to the field.
Thanks so much. Here with Jacob Mizorowski, your first postseason appearance. We saw so much emotion out of you. You stabilized this team, 3 shutout innings. What was it like for you out there?
A lot of fun. It was just a lot of adrenaline and, you know, having fun, hearing the crowd.
Are these moments that you dreamed of as a kid working up to this?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is what it's all comes to.
It took 7 arms to get it done tonight. What have you learned throughout this season, just working with so many dynamic pitchers?
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole team. It's not just one guy. You know, the whole bullpen out there has done a lot of work, and, you know, you can't cut our teammates out in the infield doing their job too.
I know that Pat calls this team a group of average Joes, but you're doing spectacular things right now. I mean, all 7 runs were scored on the long ball with 2 outs. How special is this team, and what makes this team so great?
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, it's I think the biggest thing is we're all just friends, and we're all just having a good time.
And last but not least, how about the fans here, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so awesome.
Jacob, I'm so glad you get to soak this in. Congratulations on your first postseason appearance. Go celebrate with the guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys.
The Brewers are up 2-0 in the series. A 7-3 win over the Cubs. Tune in Wednesday night for Game 3s between the Brewers and the Cubs and the Phillies and the Dodgers on TBS. For Ron Darling, Lauren Jabara, and the rest of our crew, this is Alex Faust saying goodbye from Milwaukee. You've been watching TBS, exclusive home of the NLDS and NLCS. We sending out Adam Lefko in our Atlanta studio. It's time for the postgame show, MLB Closer.